Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Actually, it hasn't. It's grey. And it's not early either. I mean, it's what time is it? 10 a.m, just after 10. Very unusual for me. Honestly, I've only just got up. I did wake up about 5:30 and then I started sulking, laid in bed. And I thought, I can't get up now. It's ridiculous. And I managed to get back to sleep again. And here I am, having my first coffee of the day. And boy, do I need one. And I do look tired, like, don't I? Hey, I was just going to say I'm nearly 50, but I guess that's next year, if I make it. Can you believe I was in my, early 20s or whatever when I started cocktail? That's fucking ridiculous. Never mind. You alright? Good. I've got to be 49 first, and that's next month. My birthday's next month. September 13th, alright. I don't celebrate birthdays. I'm one of them that's like, it's another year near my death. How are you doing? I think I've asked you that about 6 times, I'm not sure. Oh my days, that is beautiful. So, made a video last night about this Wataru Endo. And the comments were very good. I like the comments, guys. You guys are great. You're amazing. You're amazing. You were laughing with me, which I like, because we want to laugh, don't we? We want to laugh. You've got to try and laugh at stuff in life. I poke fun at everything, including myself in life. And I never understand these miserable bastards. And sometimes they do crop up in the comments, and they did last night. And not many, though. I think only 2. I think someone said, let me have a look. I can't even remember what the suggestion was. Someone said it was, my humour was lowbrow. Lowbrow. So I had to Google that. I had an idea what it meant, but I never knew what it meant. Like if someone said your humour is lowbrow, I just thought it basically means shite. And it says, lowbrow of relating to or suitable for a person without intellectual interests or culture. There's no fucking need for that, is there? I mean, I've been called some things. Do you know what? I actually prefer being called a big fat fucking bastard or something like that. Lowbrow. Never been called lowbrow before in 25 years. Lowbrow. And then I can't remember. I think I did reply to him. Yeah, I did. That was very nice. I think he said, I don't think it's this channel's good for me. It's a bit, your humour's a bit lowbrow. I was like, see you later then. Farewell, friend. I think I said farewell, friend. That was very nice. But there was a more serious comment that was left as well, guys. And he said something about leave the racist shit alone or something. Now I don't know where you can find racism in that video last night. The only thing I can think of is when I couldn't pronounce someone's name, Sucky Cocky or something. I can't remember, right? Now, what's the difference between that, right? Because that was genuine, you know what I mean? Like people around these parts know I can't pronounce names. Before I made the video, there was people on the Mastodon thing, which is a Twitter rival, liverpoolfootballclub.social, take you there. There's people on there going, can't wait he has to pronounce his name and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? Like, people know that around these. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you always see something like that? Do you know what I mean? It's very, very strange. It's like, what's the difference between that and if I meet a man, right? Which, these days you never know. But if I meet a guy and I say, hey, mate, yeah, Duncan, pleased to meet you. And he says, Tracy, I'm going to giggle. I'm going to go, it's a fucking girl's name, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stop it. Right, so, do you know what I mean? Listen, the ones that are whinging and moaning, right, they're sounding very top redsish. They're saying, the old badge, the support, I will support him till the end. Of course you will, and so will I. I'm sure I said that in the video last night. Do you know what I mean? But you need to stop talking like you're a 15-year-old super fan, do you know what I mean, that thinks I know fucking everything. Because at the end of the day, I will support him. I'll support anyone that plays for Liverpool. Absolutely nobody in the comment section that was on my wavelength last night about this signing will go, oh, never supporting it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, why are you so thick? You know what I mean? If you don't understand why the fans are so underwhelmed, you know, to go from, like, you know, thinking for years they were going to get Jude Bellingham, then a £110 million bid apparently goes in for Caicedo, and then these other great names, do you know what I mean, that have been linked with, everyone's been linked with us. And then you go from that to this, it just makes it look a bit of a mockery. It just, do you not understand? Can you not understand how the fans feel? Because, like, last night, all I could think was, fucking hell. You know, and we've been in this situation, we've had this situation before. Now, I remember when we signed Danny Ings years ago, right? And at the time, I wasn't that, you know, like, overwhelmed about that. In fact, I think I recorded a video of me putting my head in an oven. The video will be on this channel. I think the video started with me with my head in the oven. Unfortunately, it was an electric oven, I think, so it wouldn't have made much sense. But I was trying to make a joke out of it. And Danny Ings, in the end, turned out to be like one of my favourite players. Right? So all people are saying is, what the fuck? And all of you guys out there that are going to tell us that he's an amazing player, which he may be, if he was that amazing, why did they sign him at the start of the window when they knew they could get him like that? He plays for a shit Bundesliga club that just avoided relegation. I think they stayed up from a playoff, which I think he might have scored in. I can't remember. Third from bottom. You know what I mean? Like, not Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund. Now, that's doesn't, you know, he's not conclusive or, you know, defining him as a player. He's the captain of that team, right? So there is merit there. He's also the captain of Japan. There is merit there, right? Nobody's saying he's a shit player. But don't come out on here and tell the likes of me that he's amazing. He's fucking great. What a great sign. Because what people are trying to say is this is a panic buy, all right? Because the VfB Stuttgart, right? They're like, yeah, you can have him, right? He had a year left on his contract, okay? And they paid 90 million for him. But people were saying, like, he's 30 years of age. I mean, I made a comment last night in the video saying Andy Robertson, I guess he was, you know, but he wasn't 30. And I can't remember when, but he turns 31, you know, during the season or something like that. It's not a problem for me. Some numpty also said on here, I don't know if I've got it. It's just the people are just so fucking stupid and so sensitive. Do you know what I mean? They get right on my tits. I bet you shit the bed when we sign Milner and McAllister too. I'll support him no matter what. No, because the likes of Milner and McAllister were highly experienced Premier League players. Do you know what I mean? Highly experienced Premier League players. This kid's played 3 seasons, is it, or something in a top flight league. He's got no experience of English football. But just because I'm saying that doesn't mean I'm trying to discredit him or put him down in any way, shape or form. I'm just stating a fact. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? And to be honest with you, many people weren't over the moon when they signed Milner and McAllister. We're like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? So we know, and we all hope that this lad is great. Fantastic, as Brendan Rodgers would say. But it doesn't, they're not always great. That's the problem, right? And people come out with statistics, oh, he's got this, he's got that. Great, that's really, really good, you know? But I've seen it a million times before. And we had a similar situation when we signed Minamino, right? In the end, you know, he did all right, you know, but didn't set the world on fucking fire. That's fine. And at the time, if I remember rightly, I'm sure it was around the time that Holland was on the move somewhere, and we'd been tracking him for ages, you know, and we were, or was it Timo Werner? I can't remember. You know what my memory's like. And, you know, people just get a bit disheartened as supporters. Do you not understand how they want the best of everything all of the time? So you can't be shocked when they go, what the fuck? You just can't be shocked with that. Not one of them doesn't want the lad to succeed. Fuck's sake, man. Now, let's be sensible, right? By the way, can I just say, it's only 2 or 3 people in the comments out of fucking hundreds. I have no idea how many comments, but lots and lots and lots of you, like, you share the same thoughts as me. Every player in his squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, for sure, right? Every player in a squad cannot be a world beater, right? We get it. We want numbers. We get it. The people, the supporters, the people, all they're saying is we're selling players and getting in an older player. What the fuck, you know? So this player is what you would assume, or fucking up, is a squad player, right? And that there is someone above that status, and when I say above that status or ability or whatever, we're talking about someone that's younger as well, okay? Like a long-term prospect. Did you see, if I say things like, you see Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, chasing, you know, fighting for this kid, it makes it sound like I'm trying to put him down, but I'm not. All right, there was no competition for him. So maybe George has pulled a blinder. Great, that's what we want. We want that from George, because I feel people are trying to throw him under the bus. Nothing would give me greater satisfaction for this guy to come out on top this season. We sign a decent player, and we're all like fucking happy about it, right? So I welcome this signing, right? We just had a giggle last night. Like, you know, all my video last night was a simple like, oh, fucking. Do you know what I mean? You've got to think back to Ricky Lambert, you know, when we signed him. And these people come out, well, he's actually a good player. It's like, yeah, but do you know what I mean? You want to win the Champions League, right? You want to win the Champions League. Normally, my first coffee. Normally, I like to have that outside in the morning, but I needed to come and make this video. So, you know, at the end of the day, this kid, listen, I think it'd be fucking great if he comes in and does the business. I really do. Don't mix up me or my content or my videos or whatever, or, you know, with desperation. You don't understand how everyone feels. You know what I mean? Like, if we'd have got the big signing first and then that followed everyone, I don't think anyone would have said anything. Right? So if you'd have had the big name come in, well, everyone would be like, oh, thank fuck for that. We got some, do you know what I mean? And a big name isn't just about a big transfer fee, it's about experience and potential. Right? We beat them to get him and all that sort of thing. You know, like winning a deal or winning a signing is just as important as winning a game of football. You know, look at Chelsea, you know, we lost out to them, and these even the battles in the transfer market are important as a supporter. So if we'd have signed Casado, for example, or, you know, Konate, Ram, Ravenberg, any of these players, maybe, you know, first people would go, all right, yeah, we're adding some quality, for sure, to the squad, right? And then this lad comes in, people say, well, that's great, we're adding numbers and all that. It's because it's done the other way around that people are like, it's just because they didn't want to hear that particular news at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Come on, do I need to educate these fucking idiots? They get right on my tits, guys, they do. And then, you know, I'll support him. Fuck off. Seriously. There isn't a single person in the comment section on here that will not support that lad. And it could be great. It could be amazing. It could be wank as well, but it could be amazing. Great. I can't wait to see him come in. I can't wait. You know, them... I was going to say them little fuckers that play for Japan, but maybe that... Am I not allowed to say that? But when I look at the Japan national team, they're not the biggest lads. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've just sat further back from the television. But they get, you know, the fucking shifty little fuckers, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They get in there. Yeah. So the fact that he's the captain of Japan, I actually like that. And I'm not taking the piss. I like that. And they're passionate about their fucking football. And this boy will want to be a winner. And I bet you he's better than Minamino. There you go. I'm throwing that out there now. Because come on, Minamino's a useless cunt. You know what I mean, guys? you can't blame the supporters just feeling a little bit deflated at the moment. That's all. They just want some good news. And like I said, then if that decided, the reaction would have been completely different. If you don't, nobody's reacting in that way because they're saying he's shite. They're reacting in that way because it's like, oh my God, this is the news I've been waiting for. So come on, knock it off and stop being so fucking ridiculous. Right. Now I know you guys like it when I make my videos in here, even with that shit pitch, that thing's coming down. It is coming down, guys. He said, if you're not from around these parts, you won't understand the history of that shitty picture. It's coming down, I'm going to set fire to the fucking thing. Some of you have been saying you miss these videos, because what I normally do, what I try to do, is I do my cop talk work and my main stuff and stuff like that. It's all cop talk. When I say my main stuff, I mean everything to do with cop talk. And then usually, sometimes I'll make a video in here and have a cuppa in the morning, but when I have my break at lunchtime, I like to come in here and make a vid, you know what I mean? And some of you have been saying you've been missing that kind of informal fucking, video. So what I think I'm going to do next week, because I haven't done them for a while, is I'm going to do some of these next week, I think, from Monday to Friday at least. And what I'll do is I'll try and do, we'll call it tea break or something like that. And we'll do it for the people that support the channel, the subscribers or members, because I feel like they're not getting much at the moment, because there hasn't been much, has there, to discuss in terms of like any, developments or something like that. And, the videos that I do for the subscribers and members of this channel, when I say subscriber, supporters and, I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. Just click the video description, it'll explain how to join the channel. There's a button there or something. There's 2 options. So normally I do videos for them that are a little bit more like, if I'm talking about someone by name, because sometimes it can cause you a bit of drama on the internet. Quiet life. Or if it's something sensitive, I prefer to keep it a little bit private and to those people. But, they're supporting this channel, and without those people, I wouldn't be able to buy this coffee. So I need to give them something back. I've been thinking about, what am I going to do for them, for the people that support the channel. So what I'm going to do is I'll continue to do my normal content. I'll do all my normal videos and things like that. But then when we have a tea break, it's probably going to be a long video, because it'll be we'll be talking about everything that's going on and the latest whispers and shit like that. So there's an incentive to support the channel. The weekend is here, almost. It is, I think it's Friday tomorrow, right? So I'll be out with the boys tomorrow. I did go live on here last Friday when I got in. I told you I'd be pissed. And everyone really liked it. We called it Friday Night Frolics last week. I don't think I could even see the keyboard. I was up till 6 in the morning. I don't know yet, that I'll be out Saturday night. The invitation is there. So, that rules out Saturday night streaming. But what I can't do if I stream on here on Friday is stay up till that hour again, because on Saturday it ruined me. So I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. Right, okay. I suppose I better get sorted, get some work done. All right, guys. So with this signing, I think that as a squad addition, someone that can come in. Right now, I'll fucking take anyone. So that's number one. Throw him in at the deep end. I think this kid might actually be all right. I get a good vibe about him, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I don't know anything about him. And I'm not flip flopping. I didn't say anything bad about him last night. I'm just saying, fucking hell, is this it? You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see, won't we? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just trying to convince myself that. I have no idea. No, I've never felt so lost and confused this summer with transfer windows at any time in the entire time I've been here. That coffee is amazing. We'll see, right? So squad, perfect. Get him thrown in. We need some help at the minute. That's all good. Now, I'm surprised that we paid that much money for him, though. I don't understand that. But I think Liverpool, I think it was a panic buy. But hey, you know, we support him. And, you know, jokes aside or whatever, I support every player that plays for Liverpool Football Club, always, you know. And you shouldn't be make yourself some kind of self-appointed snotty fucker that's going to have a go at someone in the comment section because they're a little bit deflated or underwhelmed, right? You know. Fucking idiots. Right, I'm off, guys. I'll be back with you later, all being well. Please thumbs up the video if you enjoyed the video. I think it'll get some thumbs downs because, you know, we'll have upset the girls, the lads, the sensitive fuckers. You know, we'll have upset them somewhere along the line in the video because we told them to shut the fucking mouth. So they'll down the video, obviously. So make sure you thumbs it up. I know who's got my back. Please leave a comment, that's very important. The comments, I read every single comment, although I admit for the first time in a long time I've been struggling to keep up with your comments. But I do read them all. And some of your comments on that video last night is still laughing, man. Ah, dear me. We're just having a giggle, aren't we? That's all. Fucking hell, life's miserable enough without some fucking idiot on the internet trying to piss on everyone's parade. Oh yeah, and hit that love heart button as well if you want to buy me a coffee. Oh, we did get a VIP member yesterday. And the VIP thing is the best, is the biggest way of supporting me, and it really, no jokes apart, it does help. This is my life, what I do, all right. And I'm not like these other fuckers that try to. What's the word? I could make a lot more revenue if I wanted to be misleading and play with people's emotions and clickbait and stuff like that, or put loads of adverts on the Cop Talk website. The members website is ad-free, for example, always has been. You don't see me on here like trying to flog products or anything like that. I could do all of these things. I'm approached every week to do all these things, and I reject them, guys. So I try to keep it real. So, and I as long as I can get by in life, you know what I mean, that's all that matters to me at my age now. I'm going to record a podcast episode today. I haven't done one for a while. I would really like to find the email from the lad yesterday. There were so many emails to do with that development last night. What date was yesterday? It was the 16th. It's very warm in here. There we go. I think his name, I think he pronounced it Fai, F-A-I, or F-A-I, I think. And he's really, really nice kid. I'm going to email him today. I can't, just want to make sure he's all right. Oh no, his username's Fai, but he's got. I don't want to use his Christian name in case he doesn't want that. But very nice kid, and he joined the Mastodon. Fucking sweat dropping off me, and it's not just because I'm fat. It's really, really hot today, and the sun has come out. Alright. He's joined Mastodon. So Mastodon is a Twitter rival. Okay. I'm not going to talk about anything else after this, so you can log off now. But the Mastodon is a Twitter rival, if you like, and it's decentralized. It means no one person owns it or anything. So Mastodon is a Twitter rival, and there is one instance they're called. Basically, it means a web server, you know, an installation, or it's called an instance. And there are many instances around the world, right? And you can join the one that's relevant to you. So if you're in the UK, you might join mastodonapp.uk, and you know what I mean? It just, which one you join doesn't really affect things, because you can follow anyone on any of these and communicate with them all in the world as one big thing. And we have one, right? The Liverpool community, Liverpool fans, right? Not Cop Talk. I mean, it is me. I'm paying for it, and I've set it up and everything. But if it had been, if I wanted to make it a Cop Talk thing, I would have called it coptalk.social, and I didn't. I've called it Liverpool Football Club.social, because I want anyone to feel welcome on there, right? Do you know what I mean? And so if you go to a web browser and put liverpoolfootballclub.social, it will load up. And I don't know what you'll see. I don't know if it'll look appealing or not, because to get the real benefits from it, you need to be registered on there. And you need to go to my profile, for example, at Dunk, D-U-N-K, at admin, at Coptalk, any of those 3 accounts for a start. Follow them, and then look at the accounts that those accounts are following. And you must follow as many people as you can, because then that starts to affect the stuff that gets, that comes up in another tab, which I won't get into too much. But basically, go and register. It's free. And follow as many people as you can. You can always unfollow them, remember. Otherwise, you won't see any content, right? And try and post on there as much as you can. Loads of you are coming over and joining, but not posting. We need your views. So I'm sure you've got something to say about Liverpool. So just, get on there, and if I see it, I'll retweet it. Well, it's not called a retweet, repost it. Do you know what I mean? Same thing. But it's not just about Liverpool and football. You know what I mean? It's no different to anywhere else. You can talk about what you want. We don't want it to be just about Liverpool and football, but it's nice to be able to connect with a lot of Liverpool fans, I think. And if you join our server, you can go to other servers or do whatever you want. It sounds complicated, but it really isn't. And there's fucking, I'm bleeding now. Fucking mosquito bite on my arm. There's the official app you can download from your mobile phone's app store, which is called Mastodon. I don't think it sounds like a strap-on, does it? I don't think it's a very good app, to be honest. So search Mastodon clients, and once you're registered, do that, and then have a play around with them clients and see which one you like. There's one called Trunks, there's one called Tusky, and they're pretty cool. And the reason you should join it is, I was banned on Twitter recently, my personal account, for sticking up for a mum. A mum was stuck in a traffic jam, which was caused by Just Stop Oil protesters, and she had a sick young child in the car, and she said, "Please get me through, I need to take my child to hospital, my kid's ill," and they wouldn't move for her. And I retweeted that video and said I'd have got her through, regardless of the consequences. I didn't threaten anyone per se, but I got banned for that, for life, and I'd never been in trouble on Twitter ever. So the reason I created the Mastodon server wasn't because, I hate Twitter now. I still got the @CopTalk account on Twitter, and I've got one for my podcast, @DunkKnowsBest. So it's not that. It's just that I learned about alternatives. I knew nothing about Mastodon, really, to be honest with you. I'd heard it mentioned before. And then I looked at it and I thought, well, I might join one of these Mastodon servers. But then I thought, why don't I just fucking create one for the Liverpool community, And the reason why you should join it, if you like Twitter, you keep Twitter. But what's wrong with having another option? And the pros about it is this. One, I'm overseeing things. So if anyone harasses you at any time, you haven't got a faceless organisation. You can message and say, "Don't, this cunt's having a go at me." And I know you guys are not wet, but there's nothing worse than being hated or harassed online, and I know about that, trust me. So I would sort that. So no problem, I'll get rid of the fucker. Just like I would in the comments on here, right? And so there's one reason, okay? Oh, it really is on here. There's no advertising. There's no algorithm. There's no FSG out versus Top Reds arguments, which have been ridiculous on Twitter recently. There is no dickhead Twitter ITKs. Do you know what I mean? It's just a nice place. If you are someone that's even if you've never tried social media, I don't want to be on Twitter, this could be for you, because it is a way more sensible environment. And I am not going to allow Mastodon, that server, to become toxic like Twitter. I will never allow it. Don't want to censor anyone, and I'll always say to people, you need to have a bit of a backbone if you're on the internet. Oh, fucking hell. I've got an hole in my arm. Look at that, mate. I might die. And it's just very good. The people on there are loving it. Do you know what I mean? And the reason I mentioned that was because this kid yesterday, he says, I've always been a fan of yours. It's one first thing I do in the morning when I wake up. I think he's having a little joke there, you know what I mean? Meaning watching the videos. And not only did he join the Mastodon server yesterday, he also became a VIP member, which helps me a great deal. And I'm very, very grateful to those that support me. I know that many of you cannot. I get that. And you know what? It costs you nothing to leave a comment, it costs you nothing to leave a thumbs up. If you do that on every video, right, it works for me. Do you know what I mean? It works for me. Because the comments that I receive, they inspire me and they keep me going. You know, like, we're all human beings. I have shit in my life. Many of you know that. You know, I've had a rough year. Every year's rough. I've got a lot of things going on. To be honest with you, yesterday was a really, really bad day for me personally. I'm completely lost with some things that are going on in my life at the moment. But your comments, sometimes I see them and I'm like, yes, you know, because it takes me away from that. So I'm very grateful to those of you that support me and like my content. You know, I try to be authentic, and I don't want to be like anybody else. I don't want to grow my YouTube channel. I'm not a YouTuber, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's it. Let's not get too soft now. Don't worry, girls. We can soon come back from it. Okay. Right, I gotta go. I'll speak to you in a bit, guys. Thumbs up, comment, love that. Speak to you later.